How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the Ghetto Garage. Today, I have a little bit different of a project. A while back, I had the catalytic converter stolen out of our 98 4Runner. Now, the correct way to repair this would have been to get a new catalytic converter and weld it in and do all that jazz. However, this is the Ghetto Garage and it's just not how we do things. Instead, a buddy of mine who does do some welding, we bought one little piece of pipe and straight piped her. Now, with that being said, I was kind of optimistic in that it's old and beat up, so maybe the O2 sensor wouldn't give me an error code. However, as it should have, I now have a check engine light on because the rear O2 sensor is reading that my catalytic converter is not working correctly. Odd, right? So, doing some digging, I found online that there is a way you can spoof the signal from your O2 sensor using a resistor and a capacitor, which I will pop up the diagram right here. And I will also include links to what I bought off the internet as far as parts go, but you could go to anywhere that would sell stuff like Radio Shack does. Rest in peace, Radio Shack. Micro Center might be an option depending on where you live. So we're gonna go underneath the car. I'll show you where the O2 sensor is. We'll pop that out. I'll do some experimentation with soldering, something I've never done before, and we'll see if that clears our code. So let's get at it. All right, so this is the O2 sensor right here, and I'm going to be splicing into these wires here between the O2 sensor and the harness. Just to see what we're working with, this is the section of pipe that is replacing my catalytic converter. It is welded. A buddy of mine just not super confident in his work, so as a backup plan, he put this shit on here to help me against any possible leaks there were. But it's real sturdy, and free help is free help. So you can see over there, that's the front O2 sensor. That one should not give you any issues because it happens before the catalytic converter. This one is the one that will pop up because it's sensing that you're not getting the filtration you should, and we just don't really care. So we're gonna fake it. So in a perfect world, you would be able to just pop your O2 sensor off and do this all at the table. However, if you have a rusty shitbox like I do, it's gonna end up being easier to just leave this on and do one more set of solders on the wiring here, and I'll get that done, taped up. I would show you the actual soldering, but it's not that pretty. I'm not that good at it, but functionally, this thing should work. All right, so we've got things wired up in here. I've got a capacitor underneath here that's connecting between the white and blue wire in parallel. And there's a resistor on this blue wire in series. And that should be what tricks the signal for the engine. We'll see once we go top side. Just want to point out, if you're new to soldering, some heat shrink can go a long way as far as making your work look better than maybe it really is. And also something that I learned really fast is flux is your best friend with soldering. Again, I'm no professional here and do only what's in your comfort zone. I know worst case scenario, I'll figure something out with replacing this or doing whatever, but I think for now this is worth a shot to see if the check engine light goes away. So, cross your fingers, let's check it out. Alright, we've been letting her run a little bit now, seeing if this code pops back up, and it looks like we are in the all clear. I'll update this video should this end up not working out, and I notice something down the line at work, but as far as I'm concerned for today, this one is good to go. Alright, so now that I know I'm not going to be messing with this wiring, hopefully anytime soon, I'm just going to go ahead and use some electrical tape to give another coating of protection. Now, even though you use the heat shrink, it's just a good idea to get some electrical tape over everything. Keep it tight together, that way it's not going to bounce over and hit your exhaust, and it's just going to be more protected, especially since it's underneath the car and kind of exposed to the elements. So yeah, after running the vehicle for a short time, we had no error codes pop back up, and hopefully it stays that way. If it doesn't, I will update this video that our fix here did not work. Otherwise, this is good to go. I hope it can help you should you find yourself in a similar situation.